Hey everyone, it's the Sisters of Savings, and we are here today to test out the 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. It actually got a complete redesign. And it looks nice.
Yes, yeah. This one's actually a hybrid.
Yeah.
It's all-wheel drive, and it's an SEL, which is like mid-trim level, so we'll show you all the features that it comes with, but we were really excited to tour this one because it's a good option for third row if you have to have it. But it's still more compact if you don't want to go to the really big size SUV.
Yeah.
And it gets fantastic gas mileage because it's a hybrid.
And it looks, I'm just still blown away by the way that it looks. This looks like a $90,000, $100,000 vehicle, and I think you'll be surprised at the price.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we noticed when we get in here, which is probably like one of my top favorite features of this, is there is 2 phone charging spots, so wireless charging. So your significant other, whoever's in the vehicle with you, friend, you're able to charge both your phones at the same time, so you don't have to fight over that.
That
is
so nice.
And that doesn't even tap into the plug. So if you need to use plugs to charge other things. So that's the first time I've ever seen a feature like this before. That's cool.
I will say too that the Hyundai Palisade actually has had my favorite center console setup, and this, especially for the size of vehicle, does an amazing job. I love when things can't get completely lost, and it does have this, which is always nice, and every car is going to have that. But the thing that they do is they actually open up, underneath. And we can get a video of it later, but open up underneath where I can like throw in my fanny pack or throw in my purse.
Yeah.
Because my kids just stomp on it no matter where I put it, and it's like, why don't we always keep it open?
Nobody a spot for the purse,
or the bag, or the purse. Yes, and that's amazing. I love it. Feels sleek, and it can't be super. All my stuff can't get lost in it.
Also, to your point about like the sleek and the like high-end luxury feel.
This feels super high-end and luxury.
Look at this dash. This is one continuous screen.
We come in peace.
Okay. Guys, I forgot it's a hybrid, so you can't hear the motor start.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like, it's not on. It is on. Wow. Okay, this is cool. So you've got all of your basically streaming, your radio, all of the apps here, and then here's your gauges, and it's all digital. This is really cool.
And it's like, oh, look at that.
Touch.
It's touch, but like
easy
touch. It's not like weird. Sometimes screens can get a little bit weird. Okay, you don't need to do that.
Turn the okay, so this I just kind of wanted to hit on. Ooh,
Sorry,
the camera on. Oh, you're fine.
I pushed the camera on because you can get, if you want to look at it, you can get the back. Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, when you think of a third row vehicle because you need room for your kids, you always immediately think I'm going to have to sacrifice gas mileage. At least for me, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get the low 20s if that's what we need to drive. Now, granted, this isn't a full size max SUV, but if you do have to have third row, you get the best of both worlds if you do go with a hybrid, because as you can see, it has a battery that is actually regenerated when you drive. So when you do things like braking, and then it can tap into that, but then also switch to gas when it needs it, which is what allows you to get on average 34 miles per gallon, which is legit. Now this shows differently because we haven't driven it yet, but that's really, really cool to be able to have a third row SUV with that type of gas mileage.
Oh, totally. I mean, honestly, the car I'm driving right now gets about 19.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I think that's
cool.
It's got wireless CarPlay, whether it's an Apple or an Android.
Yep.
So it's easy to make phone calls, maps, directions, things like that, which is super nice too. I just feel like, I love the sleek and style. Oh,
I was making this. This is like a BMW or Mercedes sets up their shifters like this. That's interesting.
I made a joke when I drove. I said, I swear they change it every year on how we're gonna put things in car and park in reverse just to trick us. I swear to God.
So this thing, you just shift this little knob and it tells you if you're in drive. Now I'm in drive, and I'm in neutral, and then I'm in reverse, and then
you just push the button out here
to park it. Yep. So you just push this little guy. Okay. But that again is like a very European way to shift.
Totally.
I feel like.
And it leaves more space here.
Yeah.
For the center console,
which
is nice.
Also a feature which you'll see in most cars, but always exciting to know it has it, is the child window locks over here. I can't tell you how many times my kids try to roll down windows and I can't stop them. So I love that you can lock your windows on this.
Yeah, and then a couple other features, I guess, that are really cool. I mean, you won't be able to see it right now, but it does come with and can come with adaptive cruise control. So cruise control is obviously amazing. If you don't know what adaptive cruise control is you set how far away you want to be from the car ahead of you, and it will slow down and match the speed, so you don't have to turn the cruise off, turn it back on, match it. And at certain levels, so this model I don't believe has it, but it has highway, lane assist or highway traffic assist, which basically is a lower level of self-driving because it keeps you in the lane and adaptive cruises with you, and it'll turn the curves, but it wants you to have your hands on the wheel, especially with curves. But it's kind of driving it. It's like, I'll help you drive. You just have to pay attention to make sure I'm doing it right, you know?
Right.
And that's a super nice, a really nice option to like give you ease in traffic and on road trips so you don't have to be as involved, which is nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Just checking the camera out.
Awesome. Should we check out?
Let's go check out the back.
Honestly, surprised like
With the space.
with this amount of space, because I feel like sometimes when I feel like vehicles, probably the Santa Fe even before, the third row is kind of like, is it a third row? I don't know.
Right.
But this feels like a legit third row. And if you don't have the even if you had the bucket seat too, it'd feel even bigger.
Even bigger, yeah.
But obviously sometimes you need that extra.
And this is kind of helpful.
Yes.
For old ladies like me that get put in the back.
Need to get in and out. Little extra handle, a little help.
That's cool. I like that.
And 2 cup holders on each side. And I'm surprised they don't have a USB port back here.
Yeah, there is no technology plugs back here.
Oh wait, is there one? What is that? Oh no, that's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
In the back, obviously this trunk is pretty small with the third row up, and that's, you know, but I think this is a perfect size for someone who maybe needs a third row sporadically or knows that they won't need like, there's stuff like, oh, I'm going to have my kids in the front when I need to add the extra kids and we're all going together. I don't necessarily need the trunk space. Or it's easy as, you know, you just fold that down and then you're going to have this big trunk space if you only need the front 2 rows too. So
In order to get the headrest to fold flat, which you'll want, you're going to hit this guy. And then you just got to hold it. And then, yeah. There you go. This I love.
yes.
Because you can get like WeatherTech mats to protect your cargo space, because when you're throwing like bat bags and basketball bags and dirty cleats and all the things in the back, it can ruin the carpet. So you have to get cargo mats. But when you have such a small space between the third row and the cargo, and you have to have your third row up quite a bit, then you don't have the ability to just take a cargo mat out, throw it back in, take a cargo. So this is awesome because it's like built in and it's attached to the seat.
It's like fit to like the exact vehicle.
Yeah. So it's like you have a cargo mat, but also when you use your third row and it goes up, you don't have to mess with taking it out. That's really,
Which
really
is
smart.
even nice, even if you're like let's say you have stuff down here and it's, even if, but like if it's wet or it scratches, it's not getting it on there. And that's so nice because then even if it was just a mat, sometimes the back of your seat.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, I think it's awesome because, you know, obviously it's not a huge trunk space when all 3 rows are up. But I mean, a car is only so big and it only has so much space. So the fact that you can have 3 rows comfortably sit 2 of us back there, I think they maybe said, okay, we'll make the trunk a little smaller so that you can actually put 3 people, like full-size humans, in all 3 rows, because I'm shocked about that. And then if the person really needs cargo space, they can, and a lot of times with my family, I don't know with you, that's what I was going to say. My family, a lot of times, we'd be like, oh,
stack the suitcases
on one side, throw a few things over here, and then one person's kind of the, you know, luggage monitor.
Yep. And then it's got the power lift gate.
Yeah.
Which, one thing they added to this as well is they extended the height on it. So for people that are taller or you need more space, you're able to get in easier versus being afraid to like have to duck in under here. So this is really high up.
Yeah, that is nice.
And of course you got that back end.
Yeah.
Look is so good.
So good.
It's easy.
I just have to say, I'm just obsessed with the look of this car. The first time I drove by and saw this car, I stopped and was like, what is that? And I feel like it gives off Range Rover family vibes. Like it's meant, like it's got that really, really high-end, sleek, you know, clean, crisp vibe that people love. And, you know, it's, and the level that they offer all of the different pricing for, you know, you can get the calligraphy at the top end and still be paying half of what you would pay for some of these luxury vehicles that it looks like.
Well,
so
this is really well equipped, like you saw. It's got heated seats. It has a lot of
we didn't go over
technology that we didn't get into.
I mean, it's got side blind zone alert, rear cross traffic alert, you know,
forward collision alert.
It's got heated side mirrors, which we need in the wintertime.
Yeah.
You know, like heated side mirrors.
All-wheel drive, which is always an added expense and a feature in a vehicle. And then you get the hybrid piece too. But all that to say, it's a $41,000 third row SUV that's brand new, and it's 2025. So that's a lot of features and functions for a very affordable price. In the new car market these days.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's nice. And the wheels, I mean, the wheels look cool. You know,
agreed.
You can feel like a baller. You know, like I'm a mom and I got my snacks all crushed in the thing, but look at me, how cool I am on the outside. No one would know. No one would know the mess in the inside by looking on the outside.
That's true. Thanks for checking out the 2025 Santa Fe Hybrid. We love this vehicle.
I love it.
Probably the most surprising thing about it is the actual space in the back.
Yes,
like
I think
Jamie
space
said,
in general, because it pushed all the way back. And the middle row felt totally fine, and my seat was the same that it was in the front row. So the fact that you have all of that space and the third row still feels that big is super impressive.
Yeah, that was probably the most shocking. And then again, obviously, the exterior is beautiful, but the interior fit and finish too is very luxury, and it feels very high end in there as well. So you don't feel like you have to sacrifice as a mom. You can still have nice things and tote your kids around.
I think I want to start a segment called "Do We Think a Woman Designed This?" And I think Hyundai definitely has women on their design team, because I just feel like they do such a good job with all of their spaces, whether it's under the seat, their center console, where the cup holders are. It's very thoughtful. No offense to the men. I just think women think about these things a little bit more. And I feel like they did a really great job. Plus, I mean, 34 miles per gallon. And the price point is around, I mean, a calligraphy, which is the highest model, is around $48,000 to $49,000, which isn't not a lot of money, but in this world of a third row SUV is a very good price. And that's fully loaded with every single feature. And I feel like that's one thing Hyundai does great too, is you get a lot of features at every level. So this is a mid-level, lower to mid-level one, and it does have all the safety features. It has all that great stuff on it too. It's got all the heated seats, all the good stuff. So thanks for checking it out with us. Come check it out if you have any questions.